Hello friends, welcome back to another session of becoming an Azure Administrator. This session is all about creating a lab for hosting IIS, which is Internet Information Services on a Windows server. So if you want to host a web application or websites on a Windows server, you can install IIS and prepare the application to be hosted on your machine. So this is the infrastructure we are going to have on the Azure portal for this lab. We will be having a web server hosted with IIS Internet Information Services. And since by default the web server listens on port 80, we will be allowing port 80 on the network security group. And we will access the web server public IP from a browser and see if the website of IIS is working or not. Let's move to the Azure portal and see how this works. So here I am on the Azure portal. Here, I have a virtual machine already deployed with the name web server. So there is nothing else configured on this virtual machine. It is a new deployed virtual machine here. Now, I will copy the public IP and RDP into this machine. I will enter the local administrator credentials to log in inside the machine. Click on yes. So now I am inside the machine and I will search for the server manager. So here we need to click on add roles and features. So we will click on next. So nothing we need to do here and click on next. Click on next. So here we need to checkbox this web server IIS. So this will install all the management tools, all the IS management console tools. So we'll click on add features, click on next. So nothing we need to do here and click on next. Again click on next. So we'll keep everything as it is and click on next. Now we need to click on install. So we'll wait for 2-3 minutes till the installation is completed and come back. Okay guys, so we can see that the installation has succeeded on this web server. So we'll close this pane and we can see that there's a new entry of IS over here. That means that the installation has succeeded successfully. So we'll go to the portal again and copy the public IP of this server and paste it on browser and run. So let's see if the website of IS opens or not. So this is throwing an error. So the reason behind this is that we have still not allowed port 80 for this website to run. As we studied earlier that port 80 is used by IIS as a default port to run the application. So within networking, we'll go to network settings. Here we can see there's a network security group attached to a network interface of this virtual machine. And we can see there is only one inbound port rule which is of RDP 3389 which is used to log in into this virtual machine. So we'll click on create new port rule and add an inbound port rule here. We will select the service HTTP of port 80 and click on add. Now let's go back and copy the public IP of this server and open another new tab and paste the IP again. Okay, so let's open an incognito tab and paste the IP here. You click on continue to site. It's loading. So we can see that the website of IIS page has opened here, and you can see here is that it is not secured because it is running on HTTP port 80. If the website was running on HTTPS, which is port 443, then it would have been a secure website. So that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet up in the next session.